Beats by Dallas, make it hurt.
Was it like a hang like, know what I mean?
It was like that mine.
Like a hang that every cunt says.
Aye, mate.
I do remember that the other day,
Was
but
that how about? No, what was that?
how about now? Because I'm up right now.
Aye, everybody's always saying that.
I can't mind. Hopefully, it comes out during this.
You just randomly feel shout it.
Aye, Marker.
But we're rolling, mate. We're on.
Are we on?
Aye, we're on.
Boom, we're on.
You ready?
Aye.
You about to go for a wee walk or that?
Aye,
Wee jog, stretch.
obviously need to stretch.
Aye. But aye, we're back in the G4 studio. As always, beautiful surroundings, beautiful lighting, and more importantly, some beautiful, beautiful people in the studio today.
Yes.
We've got the Ewarts back, baby.
It's good to be back, brother.
How's it feel?
Fantastic.
Well, very happy to come back for a second time. We're privileged position to be back in Reilly's gaff, and I'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Happy New Year,
Man,
guys.
first podcast of the year.
Oh, man.
First, man.
Tell you what, boys, you must be struggling money-wise, not to get us back on that. We've done about 4 podcasts and
Mate,
we're back
honestly,
on.
well done the list there. Fucking Capaldi, maybe says Nacho Novo.
We Nacho,
We
brother.
Nacho.
We're like, see us, we're like the cunts for the fives team who's never in the starting fives, but like when there's a pull at this guy's just in
He's like ready with his boots on, the motor keys and that, ready, just sitting waiting.
Last 2 of his shift, he's got shin pads on and that.
Couple of ringers, know what I mean? But first podcast, Ben will back me up and say this year, there wasn't a lot of money put down to get us back in this. There no serious figures quoted.
Pockets are sore, bro.
Pockets covered the petrol, but it didn't even cover that.
How's life been since the first podcast? Anything been different?
Not too much like that, man. I can't really say it. It's really changed for me, to be honest with you, Evan. That's it. But remember, I said not of mine.
Aye.
She instead of saying to be honest with you. To be honest with you.
To be honest,
bro.
That's
To be honest, there's not been much changes here, not mine.
Is that the next not of mine then?
Could be, Mucker. You started it?
No, Joseph actually started it.
Joe boy.
He started, not on mine.
Well,
No.
Sean was saying it, and Joseph was like, "That's heavy funny that thing you say instead of know what I mean. You say not of mine," and then that was when that was a sparking point, wasn't it?
That was it. It was a massive thing for us. Because I was all asking all you. I was like, right, we need to get this one going, boys. Not. Trust me, brother. Now look at it.
It's taking off, bro.
It's huge. It's huge.
What Sean wants, Sean gets. Huh?
That's it.
That's the rules.
That's it.
That's the rules. But, I mean, first podcast of the year, man. What a year it was.
It was mad. Wasn't it?
Glorious year. What did you get up to last year apart from the podcast?
Just quarantine that, mate.
Walking away, mate. You know, mate. How funny,
shite, mate.
how funny is bump? That's why I hate bumping into cunts to school and that, because it's like, I hate small talk and that, know what I mean? I hate bumping into people and like, because I'm thinking in my head while we're having a conversation, neither of us care about this.
Aye.
I struggle with that, mate.
The worst one's like when somebody you've not seen since like school and it's like 9 years ago and they're like, what have you been up to? And you're like, well, where did I start with that, mate? Like,
It's been 7 years, bro.
She's small.
and it's all, you always say nothing much. Like, oh, fuck all, mate.
You say that, but see the amount of times in your life where you went to work on a Monday or whatever and they went, oh, do you have a nice weekend? Are you busy? And you're like, no, I've not really done much. And you're working in about 3 house parties for 24 hours, know what I mean?
I know.
And, but see, this time for me, going back, I actually done fuck all. Yeah, Christmas and New Year, absolutely zilch.
Nothing.
Didn't even have the COVID, no.
And just chilled out.
I don't know, I like to keep myself, you know.
So you're a changed man.
I said before in this podcast, it's a city full of snakes and that, you know, so I won't be, you know, I like to keep my cards close to my chest. If you know what I mean.
Santa good to you boys?
Oh, mate. Santa was the best, man. I got AirPods, mate.
AirPods
And
for
the
Android gang.
For the Android, man, honestly. Kinda, when I seen that Apple logo coming out, was feeling a bit iffy, but tell you what, man, I cannot believe, right? See, having AirPods, I can't believe that I've not had them for that long.
Yeah.
You just get AirPods? No?
I've got wireless Bose headphones.
Tramps, man.
Probably about 400 quid.
I know they would be.
Very expensive, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I'm saying some, I've got a pair of Bose ones.
Aye.
Fantastic.
Outsiders.
Bose boys.
You know, a man with a set of Bose headphones is a cultural individual, I'd say.
Mate, see, the reason I don't have AirPods is just because I think I'd lose them. just know what I'm like. Whereas these fuckers are right here, you're nut. Do you know what I mean? So you can't.
Oh, it's like the beats.
Beats by the way.
Beats with like an aux cord that went in there, and then an aux cord into your phone. What about big red beats on?
Boys by Susan
Boyle.
Boyle.
Down our girl street in the town about 10 years ago, and just every cunt day big beats just sitting in their neck.
Pure like that plastic red colour. Like, see the colour like a red motor. You're just like, oh, I actually hate red motors, mate.
I hate red motors. Like my first motor was red, and on
I've unfortunately a red motor.
How can you not like Ferraris, Evan?
Have we got a problem with Ferrari, innit?
I chasing Lambo in it.
Chasing yellow.
Chasing that Lambo and that money.
Yes, paper, bro.
But hey, man, that's it. So I mean, what have we all been up to? I feel like we've done some stuff. The high rise video.
Aye, that came out. Fantastic experience. Obviously, all the boys were involved. Obviously, it was longer than the first one that came out. The first one was for Twitter, it needs to be 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And that one, how long was it? 10 minutes?
5 minutes.
No, it was more than that. Was it 8 minutes or something? Was it?
Aye. It's too long for Twitter anyway, but doing alright. No, we don't really do it to get views or anything like that. We just do it because we enjoy doing it. It's a good laugh.
Aye.
I'm starting to, like, see when I was making videos kind of at first. I remember it was quite a big thing for me, like, I hope this gets a lot of views and a lot of likes and the numbers, but I think once you like let go of that and you start not caring about that, you can enjoy making it. Do you know what I mean?
Evan, and that's when your real creative art comes out.
Oh, baby, it really is.
Sometimes, actually, over Christmas and New Year, I had to take myself away and really think deeply and spiritually about the creative direction I was trying to move in, and it's not about the social media for me, it's about the way I conduct myself, as an artist. It's very important.
How good is the half Scottish, half English accent?
It's like people in well, I was born in I was actually born in Barnley, but I've been up in Scotland for about 35 years. So it's all like that, and see that. I think the best thing is seeing like they've got an English accent and they say Scottish words, but I am going out.
Ian Cronkle's funny for that. That's a big sigh in wee Glasgow.
All right, my man, what's happening?
Say fucking wee dafties round the corner.
Yeah, that's that.
The worst like Scottish turning English accents are just cunts that are that posh. Like
they
Scottish.
sound
They've
English.
never lived in England or anything, just are that posh.
I seen a woman getting interviewed, and it was when Boris Johnson had just found out he was having his big Boris bashes. Know what I mean? At 10 Downing Street, mate. And I knocked it back, but do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not going there. You're joking, but there was a woman getting interviewed in George Square, right? And she'd reached that level of poshness where she'd actually totally rid herself of the fucking Scottish accent. She was just talking, she was Scottish, you could hear it, but like she was that posh, she was saying every single word like Queen's English way. I was like, I never want to be like that
like
ever.
the words Dragon Mare and all that.
It's so just for places like Broughty Ferry.
That's in Dundee.
I know, mate.
You get a problem.
We've
got a lot of Dundee viewers, by the way.
Dundonians. Beautiful city. Beautiful city.
Oh, so you were? What was that? Where were you?
I just went up for a munch in that.
Went up to that brown restaurant there, didn't you?
Man, just getting Nando's like, I'll just come for a munch in Dundee, drive on the way up, just go to a drive-through.
Heavy good McDonald's up there, man. Never get your order wrong, never forget sauce.
So you get people pure see that the Annie's Land McDee's is the best one, no?
People actually
the burgers are hot in that one, no?
People actually do say to you, like, there's some people that will say to you, like, you get a McDonald's and go, what one did you get it for? And you'll be like, Castle Milk, and they're like, oh no. And you're like, what? It's a fucking, it's literally the same stock they're all getting in.
Boys, how good would it be if McDonald's done deliveries?
Hey, good idea for 22, bro. Good idea.
My big dream for 2022, McDonald's start doing delivery.
Yeah, how good would it be if McDonald's done salt and chili chicken nuggets?
You can get them. That's a thing, man. Salt and chili chicken nuggets.
Right, here's
salt and chili eating, mate.
Right, here's a theory I've got. See salt and chili goods, the Spice Boys love them, don't they? And the spicy girls. But see spicy boys and spicy girls, they don't like spicy food.
Like real actual.
Spicy chicken tikka masala.
Right.
Get that korma in the bin. My mouth's on fire.
Mate, I feel like, do you know, I don't know, this might be a bit hypocritical because I'm quite adventurous when it comes to Chinese actually. Do you know, feel like my Spice Boys always just get like salt and chili chips, rice, chicken curry, like nobody gets anything different apart from that.
Mate, sorry mate, I was just gonna say you could salt and chili like a stick and put curry sauce in it and it would taste the same as the chips do. Do you know what I mean?
It's just gonna taste eating salt and chili. You could salt and chili Joseph, man.
This is when it comes to see people travelling for food, right? They would like travel, like rather than go to a local Chinese restaurant, they would travel about 15 mile to go to a Chinese, which is Instagrammable. Do you know what I mean? It does like a pure super match, salt and chili chicken, salt and pepper box.
They put a bow in their munchie box.
You seen that Chinese up in something Bovo, I think, and they're doing like a munchie box and a shoe box.
In a shoe box?
No,
Kidding on, boys.
It's an Adidas box, mate.
It's zero carbons in that, bro. They're not buying any
There's one up Ruggy that's doing like gen up with it's like a mad wrap and they're putting like a chicken curry in a wrap.
I've seen that.
And I think they're deep frying it or something like that.
I feel like that's every few months there's a new craze. Like the Chinese are now making this. It's like a curry in a chicken ball and all that. They're like,
I actually did see that. That was a thing though. They went like the mad fucking.
It's bizarre.
See in China, they're eating like mad chips and curry and that.
No. Anyway. Why you think we call it Chinese food, bro?
That's heavy disrespectful, bro.
That's not being racist, bro. You're definitely being racist, bro.
Imagine you were Chinese and you came here and like, you were stuck in somewhere like Rock Hill or something like that and you had to go and venture to the local. You're in Rock Hill for your student halls or something for Glasgow Uni, and you're like, oh, there's the Red Dragon Chinese, and you went and they never had any native food, you'd be sick, wouldn't you?
Mate, why is it always a mad like white lassie called Lisa walking the front who's pure miserable? Like, they're never happy. It's always like a pure chore. It's like the woman. It's like the woman who like do the taxis, like private hire. Like they're never like. Oh, like honestly, have a great day. They're always like, it's coming.
I've observed as well. Every country else has probably seen this, but see every Chinese restaurant you go into, they don't have like a till or like an operating system. It's always just a notebook and a calculator, isn't it?
On a wee table.
See, after this, I don't plan to get fucking assassinated on my way home, right, Ben? So.
Right.
Assassinated by who?
Triads, innit?
Chinese guy. The triad.
What for saying to use a calculator and a bit of
It's cash only, bro.
Yeah.
Aye, but how do we transition after that, I suppose, Who knows?
I know you'll find a way, mate.
I always find a way. But there's something I was meaning to talk to you about. I need to talk. Well, we have kind of spoke about the Not On Mine craze.
Not Mine Nation, mate. The brand's coming.
Not On Mine Nation.
Hashtag Not On Mine.
Not Mine Nation. The brand's coming soon. We're going to be doing a tour, the UK tour.
Do you think, right? And give a genuine answer here, right? Do you think if Sean brought a hoodie, Fruit of the Loom hoodie, and it just said hashtag Not Mine, when like black and just white writing, do you think anybody would buy it?
100%.
Definitely.
How many people do you think would buy that hoodie? 14, I'd say.
14,
I think.
Would you all buy one?
24.
Or would you
It'd be all just all us.
Sean's got that grind set. He'd be forcing his granny to buy it. He'd be forcing all the friends and family to buy it. £40 plus P&P.
I'd bring back Paddy's Market.
Aye.
I'd go down there with a bin bag, a hoodie's not mine, and just be shifting all sorts of bits.
What kind of things would you be? Would you be shouting? Obviously, you get your people in your market. You've got to entice people into the market. You've got to lure them in with your vocal abilities. What would you be giving the people?
Yeah, road boy. I don't like that Arterix. Get some of that Not On Mine in it. No. That's a road boy.
I thought you meant for rude boy. I thought you meant for rude boy.
I thought it was going Jamaican at the start.
It's a mix between rude boy and roadman.
It took a few. Is that like a Jamaican guy moved to like Rock Hill or something?
I mean, that was like South Croydon accent or something.
I know.
See, on the topic of like Sean selling Not On Mine merchandise, my biggest regret is no doing something Versus related. Just for myself, is like a wee. Just like
just
a
like
mug, something like that. But see, what I think would have been good is see like cameo videos, like for like people's birthdays and that.
It's still on the table.
We'd have a 7-bedroom flat.
I would say
7-bedroom
flat.
How like unpractical is that?
Old city, baby. The full course.
I have a penthouse in Bardic, it would be beautiful.
Overlooking Central Park.
See when you start dating the videos like fucking Wagner not does, that's when you know you've that's the point of no return, innit? Like that's when you reach the point where no cunt wants to touch me with a bars pole and
Mate,
you start dating.
I clicked on that cameo once, man, and it was like, see, all the tap ones, it was like top thingies. It was all like famous people impersonators, like Beyonce impersonator and all that. Like imagine going, I got this for, well, it's not Beyonce, but it's like Beyonce.
Like who would, like, because I assume it's the type of thing you would get somebody for the, say like you loved Robbie Williams, right? Which we know is true. If I go, imagine like, yeah, the whole idea is like I get you a birthday message and then go, it's your birthday, Jamie, get like open your emails. Jamie, click the link.
How you check Twitter?
And then you open it up, it's pure, hi Jamie, it's Robbie Williams. You're like, oh! But who the fuck in the whole world would get like that? A Beyonce impersonator? Nobody?
No, nobody at all.
See, impersonators, they fascinate me, man. Like, I always look up Michael Jackson impersonators because obviously the transition of Michael Jackson's looks in his lifetime is very interesting for me.
Do you get different timelines?
So I'm like, what era MJ are you going to get? Do you know what I mean? So if you're booking say Little Michael Jackson for Jackson 5, you would obviously be a child impersonator.
It's funny you mentioned a Michael Jackson impersonator because I was somehow ended up on Kieran Trippier's Instagram, right? And his wee boy is obsessed with Michael Jackson, and he got my Spanish Michael Jackson impersonator for his birthday, right? No, but it's really really awkward, right? Because it's like Trippier, his missus and his Wayne's, and this Michael Jackson impersonator in like their kitchen or something.
It's weird, man.
And he's paired like doing the moonwalk and all that. It's so funny, man.
So there's what I researched. Like I was trying to think, see for like my birthday, me and Ben are 30 next year. So for a 30th, getting like an MJ impersonator, but I was like, obviously there's no obviously I get a bowling club or something and get an MJ impersonator, but there's actually a Scotland Michael Jackson impersonator, and it's a wee guy for like, I think he's for fucking
Mikey Jackson,
Montrose or something.
Mikey Johnson.
Mikey Johnson.
He'll be fucking doing that soon. I'm telling you.
Johnson. So there's a wee guy and he's got documented. It's brilliant, but I haven't the confidence of that guy name. But
I have a huge idea, mate. I've actually just hit me there. See for this bowling club, we should try and hire each generation of MJ and get them to come out like he comes out Jackson 5 MJ first, then he's teen MJ, then he's getting whiter,
MJ and all that.
Have all the eras, probably cost us about $3,000.
Aye,
but worth it.
I'd pay the money right now. See if
the king of pop.
See if they've done like choreographed dance. Imagine me and Sean took it dead serious and we're pure getting them in weeks before to practice for our birthday.
1, 2, right.
6 Balenciaga t-shirts or 6 Michael Jackson impersonators for different eras.
There's only one winner there.
There's a question for the internet. Let's break the internet. Stop the world. I want to get off.
Hashtag break the internet. 6 MJ impersonators or 6 Balenciaga.
Mate, but imagine getting them all like, so it was like they were doing their own individual performance and they all came together. And there was like 6 MJs.
Done a big bow and all that.
Mate, like, mate, the mad Shimon, like every country's doing a Shimon and all that, like the wee spin. What's it? The elevator. What's that one called? See where he goes down like that.
Aye,
that mad 10-degree
The
angle.
ski jump.
Smooth Criminal, and he's like standing, he like bends there.
It's my favourite one.
Your favourite Michael Jackson
my
moment?
favourite.
Mate, I was listening to radio the other day and there was a Elvis impersonator on it, and it was saying like, oh, so like what era are you? Like that thing, like the one how like leather jacket and all that, and he's young, and then like the mad jumpsuits, and then the mad rhinestone like big white suits, Las Vegas ones and that. And he was like, oh, I'm like the leather jackets and stuff and that. He's like, all right. He's like, but I don't actually wear them. And the guy's like, all right. He's like, what'd you wear? He's like, just my normal clothes. And he's like, all right, no bother. And he's like, so like, he was taught about it. He was like, do you like act like him? Like, oh, come on. He's like, no, I don't talk like him. I just talk like me. And then just like sing his songs and that. He's like, you're no impersonating him.
Next song.
What's happening?
I've got a belt to that story for these, by the way, about an Elvis impersonator, right? This is unreal, right? You couldn't make this up, right? So, say about 5 or 6 years ago, I was at my pal's flat at a party, and I got a taxi about 7 in the morning. It was my mate Jamie and Riddell. It was up at Portland Das, like near the Seawoo and Saracen Street, right? So taxi comes and I was going straight for the Gaff to Celtic versus Hearts game, It was a Saturday, right? So it's probably about 12 or something actually. But getting a taxi right with my pal Mikey, and just sitting in the taxi driver, I was like, "All right, boys, how he's doing?" Blah blah blah. And I clock he's got pure big long sideburns, right? So I'm just like, "All right, this guy's like got a mad 50s look going on," you know what I mean? So starts driving, and I clock he's got in the radio. He's got Jailhouse Rock playing, right? He's got these wee mad like Las Vegas things in the taxi and all that. And then I just said, I was like, "Oh, Elvis's quality," because it was like Elvis's greatest hits on. He went, "I'm actually an Elvis impersonator, right?" Right? And I'm like, "No, you're not." And then he just starts going, "Baby, I love you." Right? Bearing in mind that I've been up for about 24 hours. I'm like, "Oh my God." Right? So then he's like, "Mum, will do a wee bit of karaoke, right?" And I'm like, "No chance, right?" No joke, man. He was getting, me and my mate Mikey were singing "Burning Love, I feel your temperature rising" on about Parkhead. Seriously, so I don't know where he is, but out there in Glasgow there's an Elvis impersonator taxi driver. It was one of the most surreal experiences of my life, mate. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, I think you were just tripping, man.
See, I swear to God, mate. I swear to God, man. Right, this genuinely did happen. Like, see, the thing is, usually people when they're at a gaff and then they jump a taxi the next day, like they just pure like you're just an empty shell of a human.
I'd much rather that taxi.
No, but I don't know what makes me feel worse when they talk to you. Are they just like they know the deal? And like, because then you're like, "Oh, they know what I'm going through." This makes mate, there's there is nothing worse, mate. I swear there's nothing worse than that taxi and just looking out the window and seeing like people like, with their wains and all that. You're just like, "Oh my God, what am I doing?"
See, there's no annoys me. See, I see a lot of people. I mean, me and Ben are actually the sons of a taxi driver.
Oh, it's so yeah.
Former taxi driver.
Former cabby.
Chucked it, no man.
Nah, chucked it, no man. Saying that. There's a difference between a private hire driver and a taxi driver, if you know, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Glasgow humour.
But see all sorts of cunts writing like, "Oh, I hate this pure taxi driver, try to talk to us." I like keeping a taxi driver talk.
Wait, no in that situation, but you wait.
When you're brother. Oh,
no, maybe.
Mate, listen, these boys are just out there trying to do their job. Nah, man. If they
get
want to
him
talk
and
to
die,
you,
man.
you need to talk. Don't be an ignorant bastard.
Some of them are annoying as fuck.
Don't be an ignorant bastard.
I mean, I got a cabby man who's sat outside my house for about an hour, just talking shit about pit bulls and all that to me, and like staffies and all that.
Pitbull, some singer, but innit?
Pitbull impersonator.
Yeah, what about fucking?
That would be even better. Imagine you get in a taxi and I shut the door and there's that. You just like seen the baldy head for the back, the sunglasses and a suit. You're like, "What's going on?" And then he just puts it on, "Mr. Worldwide." You're like, "Oh my God."
I'd love that, man. We at the hotel.
The best thing about Pitbull is that song. He just rhymed this exact same words twice. It's like,
take a picture of me with a Kodak.
I go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak.
Or better yet,
It's like Kodak time.
That song's a belter. Pitbull's unreal.
This is the thing.
I'd go and see him, but see if he played the Hydro, I'd fucking go.
What, Pitbull? That would be jumping. Sign me up for Pitbull.
It would just be pure over 40s, just hundreds of baldy, get angry guys. Be like, somebody sexy, tell me.
Fucking amazing, man.
I don't even know what sort of audience that would really be, man. It would be like the weirdest audience ever at a Pitbull concert.
There will be mad hardcore, like hardcore fans.
Imagine you went to Pitbull. Imagine you went to Pitbull, your mates, your bird or somebody like that, and you turned up and you seen your dad self.
Wearing jorts.
Seen your dad dressed up as Pitbull.
Remember the outfit, mind? What's it, the World Cup? There's a World Cup and Pitbull done the opening ceremony for a World Cup.
Oh, Brazil.
And he was cutting about with a yellow polo shirt with white fucking
white chinos
and Cuban heels. I don't know if joking
sounds good,
obtain an image of that at some point, but
see, the thing is,
fucking tremendous.
You always say who actually listens to Pitbull. See, like
Me.
Latin Americans in that, in like South America.
Aye.
That's like Shakira. Like,
Aye.
Have you ever seen the Limmy thing about it?
About what?
About Pitbull?
No.
He's like, am I going mental? No, he's going, this guy just turns up at anywhere. He looks like a 40-year-old dad shouting, "Mr. Worldwide," and everybody accepts he's a pop star. It's so funny.
he wears mad like just like a suit and a tie.
Oh man, he suits that.
He dresses like a fucking like cheap hitman, doesn't he?
The game Hitman.
Gumtree hitman. Like,
He's like just copied his outfit for the game Hitman.
His name's amazing. I know. Imagine there's like a guy for like fucking Scunthorpe that came out. That's his bully.
Yorkshire Terrier.
Aye, terrier.
It's American Bully XL.
Why is it called Pitbull anyway? What is going on? I've never even. This is what I'm saying. This is what deep fried and that. Like, we're just like, aye, there's a fucking baldy guy called Pitbull and he just gets hundreds of number ones and he's
Looks
rich.
like a mad security guard.
And he's got the least like lyrically creative songs ever, but he's so famous.
See, when Peter Wright won the World Championship in the darts and he was bouncing out, he bounced out to Pitbull, didn't he?
Did he?
Don't stop the party!
Oh, and they won, did he won? Mate, imagine for the final, Pitbull performed it live at the darts. Mate, it would be jumping, imagine.
180.
And imagine seeing Pitbull at the darts, mate. That would be the best. I would get that tattoo. I would get that date tattooed on my cheek, mate.
Mate, do you know how the bits of paper could write on? Like, just couldn't write Mr. 305, no?
Aye, 305. Go,
mate.
180.
Yeah.
They're pipes flying about the place. And
I'd love to go to the darts.
Get Pitbull, see, like you get Michael Buffer to do like mad boxing events.
Aye.
Pitbull in the darts.
Mate, that needs to be done. That needs to be done.
Mate, how much does that hold, that Ali Pally? Because I was going about that. Is that a mad big, like...
They need to move
50
it for
or
their
60
pish,
more,
mate.
There's at least 40.
We did a mad fusion event and it was a Pitbull gig while we were playing the darts final at the same time.
Simultaneously.
Let's be realistic here, right? Let's book a darts night in a bowling club and we'll get a Pitbull impersonator.
Oh, mate, that's
right, mate, imagine a Pitbull impersonator. How good would that be?
Mate, a darts hall with Pitbull performing. We could literally actually do this.
Mate, that'd be so
Joseph,
funny, man.
search UK. No, but it need to be. No, fuck UK.
Well,
We've got a big budget now. UK.
Imagine there was a mad underground community of Pitbull impersonators in Glasgow.
Mate, they get this is their first ever booking. They get
Have
a
we got
text
one?
through like that.
Oh, we've got it.
His name Mr. Nation.
Right, let me read this for everybody, audio listeners out there. So this is Mr. Nationwide, aye. Pitbull. This is about. So Pitbull, the UK only like Pitbull tribute show. Jeez, bro, sell yourself a bit. This is literally your sales pitch, and this is what you've wrote me. Mr. Worldwide is a brand new show. Genuine inquiries, only contact manager for bookings, and then the number.
Mate, I think there's a...
I would say we are probably the most genuine inquiry this guy's had in a very long time.
Oh man, is there a video we can watch of that?
Aye, we need to get
I
a...
don't know about copyright issues.
Aye. No, fuck, it's him singing it. Fuck it. He's not got shoes.
But he might be using like the
Aye,
background
too.
tracks or something.
Let's try it.
Tell him to shut up, man. Play it.
I'll get. Mate, imagine we got the Pitbull impersonator on the podcast.
Oh, mate.
And we could sell that Pitbull's on the podcast and just have him in. That'd be excellent.
Tell him
Here
singing
we
in
go.
the
We've got a
background.
video. We've got a video of Pitbull UK Summer Bash Tour.
Oh, mate, it does.
Pitbull tribute UK.
Right.
No way, that's him. That sounds exactly like Pitbull.
Imagine it was just he just dances to the videos or something.
Where is he? There he's
I
there.
hear him sing.
Mate,
Fast forward to Pitbull.
this is like when they shake a camera, when they...
He doesn't let in like
He looks like Bubba Ray Dudley, fuck's sake.
It looks like, who's the comedian that is a pub, what's in a pub or something?
Al Murray.
Al Murray, mate.
Al Murray, just out of isolation.
Unkempt Al Murray.
Superb, man. Mr. fucking Nationwide. Get him on the podcast, I say.
Yeah, I love that.
Every once, you'll get paid that.
The darts club, but how we gotta get that sorted?
Doesn't need to be a darts. It can't even be a bowling club.
Just get a darts board.
It needs to be the darts so that.
Mate, why does him being in a bowling club makes more sense than him performing at
That's
Ali
where
Pally?
that's where tribute acts performing.
Miners,
Aye. That's any obvious. What other impersonators is there always? Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart, Robbie Williams,
Robbie Williams impersonator.
Leon Jackson.
Imagine that's what you... Right, no offence to our impersonators that are watching the podcast, right? But imagine, like, there's a lot of jobs. So imagine that was your job, just kidding on to be another human being. That was your job.
Actually, I'm a Ben York impersonator. Do you know what I mean?
Sean, your impersonator, man.
You ever pulled some black magic with the Twinity? No? Like, kiddie don't... I don't think you're identical enough to actually...
Like, you go to his work and you go to his work.
That would be the most pointless thing ever. In fact, you both fucks the same thing now. You could fucking actually do that.
True.
You could actually do that. Should we do it?
We used to, when we were in school, we used to like mess about and go into classes. I don't know if I said that in the last podcast.
No, I
but
don't think so.
No, we'd done that just sometimes
Aye.
just to wind teachers up, but we wouldn't like go to full.
That is some shenanigans. I like that.
That is total.
Do you know Pump House Bird ever, no?
That's
what I bet them
Would you girl did not know the difference?
For the plum, all the swamp up in his mouth.
It's all, but see the thing, see that, it's always.
You can join on
See the thing about Pabina, Ton, is she somebody fancies you. Don't fancy him. See, people that fancy him, you get twice as much birds, isn't it?
Here, Ben, do you ever worry about Kirsty fancying Sean?
Every single day.
Cut the
She'll be
podcast.
after you, by the way, you
That-
can.
I just stands up.
What? Do you want to know the funny thing? Apart from Kirsty being repulsed by Sean,
Fuck's sake, man. Come on, bud.
no, the see the thing is, see the questions that people would always ask you. Have you ever had a shot at HR's birds? It's always dead horny guys. Pure, it's pure. It's just like that. You ever sneak into bed? I didn't know that. No.
Mind how horny the questions were on the last podcast, and all the Q&A questions.
That was a disgrace, absolutely. I mean,
As the property boss said, everybody's horny they know.
It's a horny world.
It's a horny world out there. Oh, watch yourself, guys. You never know what sort of impersonators are in the corner. That's what I say.
You know.
But what a fucking year that was, boys, eh? Superb. I've got actually a personal highlight that I want to show you. Prepared something for the. I've screenshotted something. So don't know. Prepared sounds better, doesn't it? I have prepared a presentation about climate change and what we need to do in 2022.
I was in Govan, fuck's sake!
We spoke about that last one. That was actually right round about that time. So no, it's not that. It's not that. No, I mean it's good. No personal highlight.
It's that.
Right, okay, so I don't know if I showed you this. Don't read out names of that, right? So what I'll say, right, so this is you can probably see it on screen there, right? This is a boy I used to go to school with, right? No names mentioned or nothing. I woke up one morning last year and I seen him trying to sell a 0.3 a prop on Facebook. Now, let's just read the caption. So it said, "Need gone ASAP, want it away from East End Glasgow." Good shit. 30 quid's worth there left. Meals weekend. Yous must be looking LOL. And then there's some emojis. But this is what I found so funny about this. Who's ever gonna go there and buy that? A 0.3? Who's ever gonna venture there and go? Even if you're sitting at the worst time ever, right, in a gaff, people are like, right. There's no way nobody's ever going to turn around and go, "Yeah, well, I couldn't, I went to school with it's fucking worth a go. This is good."
Why somebody selling on Facebook anyway?
Exactly, mate.
I can't believe it.
But if you know, there's mad things. I seen somebody, there's a mad page and it's like, boys that like, will sell aqua scooping hats and all that and trade. There's a cunt. Do you see the thing? Is a cunt trading got a crossbow there?
No, mate, I'll find this and put it on the screen for people after this. I seen that exact thing, but the funniest part was, right, so he's like selling a crossbow, blah blah blah. There's a guy under it saying like, "Much is it? I'm needing a new crossbow." Like he's like, I need to. As if he's like used his old one that much. He like needs to upgrade. Know what I mean?
Robin Hood, man.
I know, mate. That fucking archery, mate. Fuck that.
He put it in like a aqua scooting swatting thing and said, "Looking for a cap," and the guy done, "What colour cap, bro?"
This Facebook marketplace is a dark place.
Oh, it's mental, innit?
I would never delete Facebook so I can delve into that world.
Do you scroll through that and that, eh?
Every minute,
It's
every
always,
day, brother.
it's always quad bikes and all that and dirt bikes.
Aye,
You
it
know,
is.
see this shit that just.
Pair of fucked Pradas, PS4.
Did somebody know? I don't know if it was a piss take, or it probably was, but I thought it was funny, even the potential being true. Somebody like got a Chinese or an Indian or something, it was like half fake.
Oh,
like,
aye.
it's like, got spare ribs there or something.
only two spare
Do you
ribs
wanna
away.
know- do you want to know what the best thing about Facebook Marketplace is? See when somebody would message the seller and like, "Alright, just need to make sure you're legit. Can you put it in the fridge?"
Aye.
Can you get a picture dancing?
Just one other day,
sign
is
it,
that a pair of ton tens or something? He's like, "Can you put them in the fridge, lad? Just so I know that you're legit." And he's like, "Right, no bother." And he puts them in the fridge. Like, "No bother, mate. Aye, obviously, legit and that. And they look better in the fridge anyway."
No.
And then he's like, can you put a knife in the butter, please? Like, and there's a block of butter, and he goes, put it in the middle and put a knife through it, and it's like 2 pair of ton tents, a block of butter, and then a knife in the butter. And the guy just goes, think they look a bit small anyway, but
mind. One of the best ones I seen was a Stone Island jacket, and the guy just make sure you're legit. I send my picture wearing it. It's like, I don't know if that's you. Can you do some boxing moves or some karate moves? Is this wee guy like that? Pure when I Stone Island, it's so funny, man.
Mate, I've seen that.
That is a shame, isn't it? It's a pure banner.
The thing is, though, right? There's things that are cruel, but even I think that's right on the line of like that's acceptable. That's funny.
All it's done is they couldn't like.
They can't just like shadow video themselves. It's a pure harmless thing in it. Like no harm's getting done. The best ones are like the mad ones and like the kid on to be like. If I can't start a new job on like the Monday on a site and that, and they're like, can you take a picture in your hard hat and all that, and like making them do pure stupid things.
Like it says like, oh, this is for your like CID kit or what?
CID.
What did you call the kid again? CSCS kids. That's for your CSCS.
It's obviously apprentices they get the piss took right out of them half cunts, and sometimes it's borderline bullying and that, right? But no, what I was thinking the other day, so obviously the TV programme The Apprentices started back last week. Imagine they'd done a Scottish Apprentice.
And it was like all the apprentices.
It was like mad fucking Francois for Sussex, fucking Ingrid for fucking Brighton or something. Has to come up here, and they sent her away to get tartan paint. A long stand.
That's polka dot paint and all that.
Actually, see The Apprentice, man. Like, I watch it because it's addicting to watch it. I think.
Who is it presents it this year? It's no one.
Sugar's on it.
Oh, is it? I thought it was
Cam Brady and a guy that won the first series. But I just think, see that whole mentality the cunts on it. It's the slimiest fucking. Like, fuck yourself now to the fucking Eskimo mouse and all these. Get the fuck bangers.
Heavy, heartless, like, hang at it. It's like, it's weird.
Why would you want to be Lord Sugar's apprentice?
Why would you know what to be Lord Sugar's apprentice, bro?
It's a rap name,
Lord Sugar. See that old
Lord Sugar.
See that old decrepit fuck shouldn't be allowed near a fucking phone, man.
He's a racist or not?
Could we get an Alan Sugar impersonator?
He's a racist or not, man?
He's a racist.
Oh, I do know the Black Lives Matter.
No, he done it. He put a picture up and it was a Senegalese football team, and he was like, "Oh, these look like the guys selling sunglasses on the beach or something." That's the thing. He can get away with that, but because he's minted.
People say, "Oh, he's just an old guy." Sorry, he doesn't understand.
You reach a level of fame, and it's heavy, scary, mate. But like, you reach a level of fame, you can kind of do anything you want, apart from like kill somebody.
All his money mainly.
Like, look, Travis Scott with that Astro World thing.
Brilliant marker.
That's really
there, no.
Best guy giver. Nearly better than Pitbull down at the alley party. Imagine
being in a dream and you were in Astro World.
Oh my god,
mate, that was actual.
Mate, that was creepy.
Mate, there was some fucking shit going on. See, mad conspiracy theory cunts. Deep fried cunts, right? They were like talking about like how it was like coordinated with the devil. Mate, look at this number on this stage.
We spoke about it.
There's so much. It's like as well. Like, there's another thing. It's like the stage is shaped as if it's going into hell. Like, see if you look at the exact and like the name of the song is like. It's heavy, weird, like come to the other side or something. It's weird, mate, and I 100% believe every bit of it.
Deep fried free, baby.
Did you see his apology as well? It was fucking pathetic.
Oh, he's like
absolutely pathetic.
I can't believe I'm working with the police to. You can't be asked.
Drake was involved. Celebrity apology video was amazing.
Mate, the crocodile tears are brilliant, aren't they? Mad celebrities, man.
3 words. Molly Mayhaig.
Oh, baby.
Turbo.
She was right.
500 Fura.
There is 24 hours in a day.
Do you see that? I was at 500 Fura. Do you see it?
Fuck's sake.
I've always not seen that.
That's funny.
Well, I know the funniest thing about that video was she was like that. well, actually, my mum and dad were both police officers.
Aye.
So like people just wouldn't mess with me. Or she
That is
something
the
like
best.
She says like I was at a party once and like my dad came and shut it down and I liked it.
Oh my god.
See, if your man had a police up here, you couldn't talk about it in school. No.
I know.
You're a fucking grass, you're fucking
Your man down grass.
fucking grass.
I remember that feel like I remember like see when you found out somebody's more dad were a police, you're like, what's what you're fucking saying on that? As if he's gonna be here and go, you're like 13, mate, know what I mean? You're just trying to get that a jump in. He's like, fucking watch mate, his dad's a police. As if his dad's gonna give one fuck about you trying to get a jump in.
14-year-old boy went a fucking toilet
Imagine
inside
the dad's like a mad detective or something, all at pure high ranking. It's I better watch. By the way,
No, I've
gonna go right to the
like,
top.
so obviously, it's a common thing in the west of Scotland. People dislike the police, right? But every cunt loves police TV programmes. Explain that.
Well, like
Explain that.
the bill and that.
Bill
Oh,
that.
I actually that Martin Compson.
Hey, we're watching the bill.
I mean the bill was over.
Do you mean like things like 24 hours in police custody, or do you mean like
No, like the Martin
shows made
Compson
about
one.
police things?
No,
Line
like,
of duty.
or Starsky and Hutch and Sweeney, no? What stuff for the 70s, no? No, Postman Pat, all day.
Why do guys always talk about shit?
Bojack, no that.
Guys in bulge.
Bojack, fucking shaft.
Mate, that pure reminds me like see when you end up in a mad random place and you need to go into a mad local boozer and just the guys that are just sitting in their cell with a pint and just like just making noises. Like they look at that to the barmaid here and they know what they're saying. You know what I mean?
Right, John, I'll get
you bother, John. One more whiskey, John.
me and Ben were at an unnamed pub in Blantyre, man, right? And it was fucking unnamed pub,
Why have they
right?
not named it?
I should name
I
it.
don't know. In case
Bar with no name.
in case I
That is
go
very.
back.
That could be a West End thing. I might open that.
The unnamed bar.
It's
People like that place I went was so good.
It's actually speakeasy, yeah.
Speakeasy.
It's a speakeasy. pal.
Avant-garde, you know.
You have to play patty cakes with a bouncer, and he will then whisper a word and a code word, usually juniper. And then
someone will tell you a riddle and you have to solve it and you might get in.
and then you can pay £7 for a pint of tennis.
No, so unnamed pub in Blantyre, right? And it was fucking stowed, right? So we couldn't get a seat anywhere. So me and Ben, fucking stowed in that mine. Me and Ben couldn't get a seat. And then a old guy had a seat and he walked away. We thought he'd left and took this seat, right? And he went away to the toilet out for a fag or something and just walked back and he went, couple of freeloaders. Getting called a freeloader. A freeloader, mate.
In Blantyre?
Mate.
In your hometown.
Fuck
Getting
Blantyre.
caught
How's that fucking
See
level?
that
That
old
kind of
man?
spot.
See that old man? Somebody's wee papa. He's probably dead.
Oh,
He's probably dead.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Rest in pieces, brother.
R.I.P. in peace.
Freeloaders,
Freeloaders.
Anyway,
Gotta love them.
but I don't think enough's been said about Molly Mayhig.
Aye, back to that, aye.
Nah,
Are you taking charge now?
No,
the podcast.
We actually
It's
did.
been hijacked.
We actually
We're
got a
asking you a
question.
question.
Why don't we ask? I want to ask a question right now that we've asked because it's quite. Somebody said, when are we getting Sean and Ben's podcast? They want the podcast.
aye.
The Not a Man podcast.
listen, brother, there's more podcasts and fucking people in this city nowadays than there, man.
Is there more podcasts or snakes, you think?
Podcasters.
Aye.
Our
What
podcast.
about Snaky Podcast?
Snaky
Are
podcast.
podcasters the real snakes though?
There's a snake in that fucking jumper function. I don't fucking know it, mate, it's a snake.
See, man, Booksy.
See,
Before I did a podcast.
see,
Oh, aye.
aye,
First.
aye, there we go. That's
Boom.
You've been there and done
been
it.
my own brother.
I don't know.
See, the thing is, like, I would think if we had a podcast, it was more likely be exactly the same as this, right? And would probably look to get the same people
So
on that you
to
had. So, know
similar.
what I mean?
Get us on twice.
Why
and that.
would we do that? It's better being a guest on Reilly's Gaff official podcast TM. Featuring Evan Reilly.
Pal Duck! You've been on about 12 minutes.
No, could you imagine that? We'd just get the exact same guest.
I like literally I get somebody and then their own yours the next week and then just the same pattern.
Pierre, we're here sponsored Gino's Ice Cream Parlour in Collection 25.
No, see, if you done a podcast, I would want like to get like a cleaner on who's been a cleaner all days in a warehouse or something, or like a guy who works in a chicken factory, like random guys. Right, so let's take it back to the start, bro. Tell me when you start working in that chicken factory.
So, what's your thoughts on poultry?
That's my loving that.
That's a great idea.
That's
How many
the kind of
views?
guys that would do the fuck all, mate, just been walking away in that.
Like, you get them on, you're like, so I mean, tell us about being a bus driver, and he's like, that's alright, there's some money in it. Fuck, this is going to be a long one.
Pension scheme, not mine.
I would love to. I had an idea. I really want to get a guy who like a bus driver who drives a pure mental route, like pure Easterhouse post. No, mate, this is I can ask live. I can ask live in the air because I don't know. I'm not a bus guy. I don't know the numbers and where they go in that. You just rattled out 2 numbers if you're at the bingo bit.
The 75's like Castle Milk and it comes right through to Springburn.
What's the one?
Listen, any 75 drivers listening, you've got a free invite to the Gaff. We want to hear all your stories.
Aye, buses are brilliant. See the amount of memories you have in buses. Remember cunts used to just, when they were younger, just go on a bus to go somewhere else?
Bus runs, mate. I used to get an all-day ticket, bro. No, mate, that was a mad thing in my school. Cunts used to get an all-day ticket and just cut about the bus, playing tunes and all that.
Aye, mate, Adam, well, see now you can... all the youngins don't realise how good they've got it these days. Because the youngins have actually... They're all getting their PlayStations and their iPhones and they're actually getting free bus travel now if you're under 20.
I wish I was 21 years old, man.
Take me back.
That's a class thing, by the way.
Think of the bus runs. Think of the bus runs.
It's great for them.
You are going, man? Get a heavy close shade.
Reilly's Gaff on the bus.
Imagine
on the bus.
I did go onto the bus. I had no, mate.
Can you use?
You've changed that number.
No, mate, imagine like trying to get on the bus and like you get knocked back for getting that thing. That's so funny you said that. Listen to this, right? So seeing well, we guys, we hung about. I've got to say his full name there, pure stupid. We hung about this boy, right? And he was like a good few years older than us, but he was just kind of one of these guys that like he wasn't weird. He just didn't have a lot of pals his own age, and he just kind of slipped. He slipped through the cracks, right? And it was the time we were all got to Dance Energy. Do you ever got to Dance Energy, right? Just got to Dance Energy.
Man, I love to go to Randers in case we get assaulted.
Oh, right. So, sorry, I nearly went on to something else there. So, we go, right? And this boy's like, yeah, I'll fucking come with you, right? He drove us in, right?
Oh, wait, is you about fucking 14?
I think I was groomed, mate. Nah, but he didn't. No, but so nah, he was just a really nice guy, mate. But he was just a nice guy who just loved cutting about with 14-year-olds. And so daddy, so we're in the queue, right? We're in the queue. And we're waiting to get in, right? So we're obviously Dance Energy is like under 18, right? Unders. So we're standing in the queue and that, right? And we're fucking waiting. And we're seeing people we know for school. Many nips you're going to get tonight.
Getting your nips up.
I remember, mate, Mum always tells me, you came home for that and you said you kissed 24 lassies. That is disgusting. I feel sick about me doing that. But anyway, so we're standing in this queue, right? I know it's disgusting.
24 hours a day.
Imagine you went out at the weekend and you would come home and you'd kiss 24 lassies in the one evening.
Brush your teeth for
Different class.
That's reminded me of that video where the boys who work in the Waltzers like fucking shack 4 or 5 guys.
But see back to fucking I nearly said daddy. I keep nearly got to say his name. But we're standing in the queue, right? So we get to the front, right? Fucking here we go. The boys have fucking got to get their nips up tonight. Who's wanting it, right? We're in the queue, so we get let in ticket, and they bought in ticket, and we look back and we're waiting on this boy who's drove us in, right? And I think they might need you empty your pockets or something, mate. And he emptied his pockets and he took out his motor keys and the cunt was like that. Can I see your ID? He got knocked back for being too old, mate.
Mate, that's sickening.
He looked at his ID and was like, mate, this is an under 18 thing.
That's 65, bro.
I think that's fucking wrong.
Mate, I think he was like 19 and a half, mate.
That's disgusting.
That's old, man.
That's old to be wanting to go to the unders.
That reminds me of like cunts who would come and pick their buds up for school.
Mate, they were the worst guys.
There was a guy like that at my school and he also drove the ice cream van, and the ice cream van used to come for lunch and he'd just hang about outside waiting for his bud.
Mind that child, brother. Mind that fucking child.
what was like, I don't know, like a heavy weird deal in it. Like I remember it would always be like a cunt who like left school quite early but they were still early age that they should have been at school, and they would have a bird in the school, and they would be like coming back in their motor, pure, just sitting pure. Like everybody's like, oh my god, that guy can drive, oh my god. Or like, who's that mad beast waiting on his dog, you know what I mean?
See, Frankie McDonald's got a spoiler. His car's right, go and sit in his car and go to McDonald's,
It's always the mad losers that go on cruises and that, like pure.
I've not have you slandered a cruise, mate. A cruise is brilliant. I've been on several cruises.
Been on several
Baby, baby, I'm the king of the ocean.
The Paul Walker Memorial Cruise, mate.
No, that's
Sorry.
I almost had you.
So, bro, you almost had me in your Ford Fiesta, you fucking loser. But anyway, right. Sorry, cunts that would pure stroll up and get their birds in the motor, pure revving the engine. They've got like pure Riverside, motherfucker, playing in that.
Remember, sometimes
I think that was me.
Sometimes you see cunts driving about and they've got their Instagram handle sticker.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's like Schizo Boy 64 or something.
Schizo Boy. And they always have pure Kirkcaldy motors.
On the old Corsa.
What's that all about? Why do they not have, like, so say you've got a Volkswagen or a Vauxhall, remember the old Novas was the old standard fucking boy, isn't it? Used to take the Vauxhall badge off it. What's the point in that?
So people think it's Lambo, innit?
One of one.
Because could be Lambo, who knows? I had this theory when I was younger, right? I don't know why I thought this could be a thing. I remember thinking, right, see when I can drive that, right, what I'm going to do, buy an old BMW, right? Get a Reggie plate and make it look like a 21 plate. You know what I mean? Like, but buy a private Reggie that's just got 21, so can't think it's a brand new motor. And then I was like, but then you're not allowed to do that. So
you can't make it look new on it.
So I just got we Ev, you fucking dick.
Reilly, it's too long.
We Ev, you fucking dick. It was $4.5 grand.
Still playing Burnout, bro.
See, boy racers, man. I think they're fucking losers.
There's some things I just can't comprehend.
See that? Imagine right on a Friday night. You're sitting in the car park MFI Hamilton, right?
Aye.
Or comparing your wee fucking spoilers and that.
It always happens in Air, mate. See, like Air Beach, that's a mad thing.
See, the thing is, I don't want to shitting people for having hobbies and that. Obviously, everybody's got their things that like that, and that's fine, right? My problem with these cunts is, and I use the word cunt because the way they fucking drive, right? They are a danger to the road. They are a danger to children, the elderly.
Yeah.
And most importantly, anyone in a car, right? We were in the motor a couple of weeks ago. we were in the was it M74, and this wee bastard was behind us, right up the arse, man. Shocking driving. Terrible driving.
I hate bad driving.
Hate it.
Do you know what? No, the funny thing is, she cunts that were always into motors. They always lived up a close.
Aye.
Or in a flat. Know what I mean? Didn't even have a driveway. Fuck all to play with the motor.
Like, play with the motor? There's hundreds of roads, but
playing with exhaust. Listen, boys, we all play with exhaust for time to time.
Mind that boy we went to school with, and he was obsessed with motors, Sean. And he used to pretend to be a motor.
Have we spoke about this?
No.
Nah, it was this boy. We'll remain nameless. We'll not say his name.
An unnamed boy.
Unnamed boy, 28.
Right, he used to,
unnamed pub.
He used to run about the playground pure.
Oh my god.
Right. See that boy? He done that up to P70. I think he might have tried it in the first year.
Me and him doesn't fly.
Doesn't fly in high school. He's what's he now, Sean?
Mechanic, but me and said boy, unnamed boy, we done role play in the playground when we were younger, and he said, I want you to pretend to break down, and he and he done like a mad he done a recovery and all that.
No, that sounds how wrong. Does that sound we done role playing?
Did he check your oil? Be honest.
That's just taking a dark turn, boys.
Mate, it's so funny. It's so fucking. I'm so glad you brought that up, because that just reminded me. This is so bizarre. I went to school with a wee guy, right? He was well younger. He was well younger than us, right? He was like a wee, but everybody knew who he was, because people would come up to him, but so that wee guy, right? Go up to him and say any emergency services in any city in America, and he can do it, because they all have. So the ambulances in all different states have a different rhythm or a different pitch, and you'd be like that, right? What's a fucking police motor in Georgia? And you'd be like that. Then you'd be like that. But what about a police motor in, say, Kentucky, and he changed it slightly.
That's a talent, man.
Mate, that is a talented young boy.
Serial killer now, but so get on. Nah, that bit. I hope that guy's out there still doing his thing.
I seen there was a video like last year that pure blew up, and I seen it, and it was a mad guy, and he was doing that, and he was pure like contorting his face, going
What was your things when you were younger? I used to love buses, man. Still have a bit of a soft spot for the bus.
I mean, I love a train. I like a train.
I love a train, mate. I hate a bus, eh? I hate a bus.
I wouldn't be caught doing
I hate a bus.
Pure raging.
Don't talk about buses, man.
I remember, I've got too many bad experiences on buses, man. Coming back for East Bride on that last bus, mate. Back for the skating, mate. Oh my goodness, you don't want to see these people that are getting on these buses back. The last bus back for UK to like Spring Hall, Whittleburn, down to Canby and that. Some bad people.
Goffs.
I feel.
Hey, don't you slander Goffs.
You were actually really protecting the Goffs the last time you were on here, and then you slaughtered them about 10 minutes after it.
But the thing is, they've got a bit of personality. You know what I mean? They're not scared. They're not scared to be a wee fucking sheep.
I love the Goffs.
I was near like
Rock and roll.
That's all. The Goffs are doing that.
Big time, man.
Brian Ferry or something.
That's some Slipknot.
Rock and roll.
Oh, aye, that's Ben's favourite. Bit of Bruce Springsteen, actually.
Alice
That's why I've done
Springsteen,
that.
the boss.
Do you what do you feel about maybe personal trainers? I've been got a guy recently. I've actually been seeing such good results. Dale McColgan, have you seen him?
Dale McColgan.
Shows Dale
heard he's
McColgan.
brilliant.
Aye, honestly, Dale McColgan's results. That's right there, mate.
on Reese Milne, PT.
Oh, look at him there, man.
Can we get? Is that
Can-
Dale there?
Aye, that's Dale McColgan, mate. He just
Mate, I'm no Dale, mate. I know Dale. I go to Dale, see Dale. He says, see Dale, what I know he does. See how like you get a motivational personal trainer. Dale says, if you're not stoned down by next week, I'll punch fuck at you.
Oh,
mate, that's a bit of tough love.
Mate, he does like public humiliation for his clients and that. What did he say?
Do you want? Can you please read out
How Dale says it as well.
Tick tock, guess what, you fragile losers? New year tomorrow. I'll be your new best friend. Your new worst nightmare. Let's get shredded together. Dale McColgan PT coming Jan 2022, fuck's sake.
Yes.
Jason like fuck's sake.
He's promoted himself like a film.
See that?
Coming Jan.
And one other thing, if you went for that fucking vaccine, go to my fucking gym.
Nay sheep allowed.
Nay sheep.
Only unvaccinated, mate. I feel like that is a trait of. I feel like that's a trait of a PT. Like, mate, I feel like like the heavy don't want to know about the vaccine and that. Like, nay mask.
See,
like,
the
fuck,
thing is,
I will jog through it, mate.
see, but I don't think it's stupidity. I genuinely think that because they're in brilliant shape, that they think that being fit overcomes illness.
Aye,
That's what Joe Rogan's kind of. He's like, he always says that about like, why are they? Oh, they're telling people to get vaccine. Why are they not telling them to eat better? And it's like, well, that's not an immediate fucking
See, I
thing to help.
done one of the lateral flow tests, so I did, and it had 2 lines on it. So
Great result.
That means that you are positive attitude.
positive person.
You tested positive for a. I don't know. I was gonna say that.
See the thing with Joe Rogan as well, though. It's easy for him to say that when you're a fucking multi-millionaire.
I know.
And you've got a gym in your house,
Mate, see
and you've got access to the best food and all that, and easy for you to say that.
COVID, he said like it was like, oh aye, so we had this doctor, and somebody looked them up, and it was like the most expensive, the best doctors, like presidential doctors, and he goes, and we just threw the kitchen sink at it, we done this and that and all that, and somebody was like, that would cost literally like 60 grand, and he just wanted rid of it in less than 3 days. Know what I mean?
As he always says though, he's got that fuck you money. He's got that literally. I can literally do what I want.
That's Spotify.
Spotify deal.
Ivermectin and that, which is like a.
Mate, but it's fucked up because you know what they done, right? They tried to like, so like that ivermectin has actually been used to like actually help shit in fucking Africa and that. Like, I'm sure he said billions of people have taken this as a medication, but like I think was it CNN that reported it, and they like. What they done was, right, they put a video of him, see the video he put up of him saying like, oh, I've been taking ivermectin, the one you're talking about, right? He's listing all these things he's been taking and like, but ivermectin is like, what is it again? It's like a...
Nobel. It says it won the Nobel.
But what did they say it was? They said it was like horse medication or something, didn't they? Dewormer, horse dewormer, right? But, so they tried to frame it as if like, oh, Joe Rogan's taking fucking horse dewormer and he's basically advocating for other people to take it. But know what they done in the video, right? This is like how the news like manipulate shit and that, right? See like the colour. So like, say you put a picture up, right, and you can change like the contrast and the brightness, and like you can make yourself look fucking ill. You can make yourself look orange. They've like dulled him down so he looks pure ill as fuck in it. Know what I mean? Like, and put it on the news. Like, that's bizarre, innit?
It's all the rubbish, isn't it, man? Like, you can't trust the media. They're all snakes.
Nah, you can't, mate.
You can't.
See, back to the topic, people like you are saying PTs or like anti-vaxxers and that. The truth is, nobody really knows that much about it. You're just hoping that the people with responsibility are trustworthy, which they tend not to be.
Aye.
But
I mean,
hoping, but obviously,
The top scientists in the world hope they're right, know what I mean? Like,
Aye, but it's either
trust
that.
them, as opposed to Alan McDonald.
This is the thing though. I think a lot of people have an issue where like people really believe that anybody in a sort of really high position of power and that can't like is going to be evil. Like definitely, like how can you trust him? Fuck's sake, look at him, fucking chairman of Pfizer on that. They're seedy cunts. But what was I going to say? The thing is like, what are you going to trust? Like medical professionals or some cunt who's like made a 3-minute video to put on Facebook?
Probably boys I know, local guys, not mine.
But the thing is as well,
boys
like,
I've known all my life, you know, as opposed to the scientists. That's all. That's all.
I don't even know him.
I've known Rab for fucking since I was outside. Fuck's sake.
Rab would like this, fuck's sake.
Put it this way, find up my scrap and Rab's there and the chairman of Pfizer's there. Who's backing us up, mate? Rab, fuck's sake.
Aye, Rab's doing all right, not mine.
But see how the argument of like, you don't know, I don't know what's in it. It's like, do you really actually know completely what's in anything? Like,
I know.
Mate, what's in Donna?
Mucka,
what's in Donna, mate? What's in Donna, mate? And you're shoving that down your throat, you fucking rat.
Mate.
No, I mean,
pencil shavings. I had some really nice Donner meat the other night, mate.
Did you?
For your hometown, Spice of Life, Blanter.
Decent.
Really good, mate. High quality Donner meat.
Donor meat.
Donner meat.
Donor meat.
I'm sure you all agree with me here, right? And we're doing some free advertising here. The goat, Shawarma King.
Oh, baby.
The goat.
Mate, I don't mind advertising them for fuck all.
Bet you.
Do you want to sponsor the podcast?
Mate, they keep themselves with themselves.
See how you're saying, I bet you somebody comes back and say, hey, no, it isn't, fuck's sake. It's fucking, it's Spice of India, Shettleston is miles better than Shawarma King. It's about my Donner's better than your Donner.
My Donner better than your Donner?
better than your
My Donner better your Donner.
I used to always think, see, it's called Donner, but you could say it sounds a bit like Donor.
Aye.
I was thinking, like, imagine you, like, we were all just donors. And it was like we donated meat and that, like you were a donor of your own meat and that.
Oh
You
my God.
donated.
I could see a human like on a mad like imagine you could like sign up for a thing, right? And you like had to see like the organ donor thing, but it was like you want to like be a bit of donor meat and they like fucking chop your legs off, chop your arms off, and just chop the head off and get the body rotating on the rotator.
See if when you die in that, you can donate your organs in that. Imagine like you had like a donor card and that. Well, that's what it's called, isn't it?
A donor card.
Mate, that was a thing, like, see, now we were what you were talking about there, that was a mad thing somebody put on, like, I don't know if it was like Gumtree or Craigslist or something, but they were like, I want to be eaten. Like, does anybody want to eat somebody? Like a mad thing, mate, like a mad Russian.
That happened in Germany.
Was it Germany?
It was a guy, and he said, listen, I want to be murdered, and I want someone to eat me. And that guy was like, I want to do it as
like,
so,
these two randomly met that, and I want to murder somebody.
It says I want to die. So I think the two guys had dinner or something, and then the guy, like, I don't know, I think he just overdosed on. No, that's happened in Germany in the 90s. There's loads of documentaries about it, and the guy killed him and he ate parts of his body.
Is this
he's
not
out
in
of jail now. The guy's out of prison.
He
the
said
guy
it was
done
alright, mate.
That's a weird one, but innit? Like the guy's just like, I'm up for it.
Sell to another guy to eat him, and he ate part of his body, his liver and all that. And
It's match made in heaven, man.
You ever thought about eating
fate, innit?
someone? You ever thought about eating someone before?
I think about eating someone all the time.
Every day of my life, man.
How many days do you think, right, the world ends? No food, no meat, nothing, like nothing. How long you
5
think?
days or something.
5.
I'd be eating grass and all that.
Oh, aye.
Vegan.
you couldn't digest it, could you?
What if it was like, say it was like a mid desert island where you can't get any, like, you can't, like, you've had no food or you're in the middle of the forest or something.
Snake meat.
That's actually quite funny you mention that. You know why it's called Donna meat? There was a lady, there was a plane,
was a plane crash in the Caribbean, and it was John and his wife Donna, and they were there for about 3 hours before the boats came. Just before the boats came, Donna was meat. Donna. Man, how do you know the origin of Donna meat? Fuck's sake.
What was Donna's man called? Sheesh. Big Sheesh and Donna.
Jamie.
Evan.
Oh, dear God, Mammy in heaven. I really actually miss a few things right now.
Would you miss your gran?
No, not that much. I miss Collection 18, actually. That was so good. Do you remember that back in the day?
Heavy remember that.
Oh, my God.
The Collection 19, it just got better and better.
Aye, it did. But obviously, it eventually did build up to Collection 26. Boom. We're wearing the new stuff, guys. Look at this. Jamie's is like kind of design. Like, what would you say that is? That's definitely the Scotland top, isn't it? The retro Scotland top.
You thought that? I genuinely just thought it was like smashed glass or something.
Icebergs.
I wasn't.
Some colourful icebergs. But look, this could be yours. Imagine that. Imagine, right, in this fantasy world. Imagine you are wearing the same t-shirt as Jamie Kelly.
Imagine it.
Dreams can come true. What's the next lyrics to that?
Look at me, I am yours.
And now you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me. Now you got to be strong. But aye, guys, obviously when you're at Collection 26's website, you can use the code Reilly's Gaff and get yourself some money off. 10% to be exact. So when you're buying, make sure you're entering Reilly's Gaff. Save yourself some money. They've got new stuff coming out. Go check them out, guys. Go to the description. The link's there. You know the drill.
Evan.
Yes.
I've been thinking about investing with Investor Watch, but I'm not too sure about it.
Well, Jamie, I can maybe give you a bit of reassurance about that.
Please do.
Can I maybe ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
What were you looking to get involved with in Investor Watch?
Mainly crypto, mate.
Mainly crypto?
Mainly crypto, but I don't know if they do that. If they
do they do it, bro? Do they do it? If you joined Investor Watch the last 3 months of 2021, right now, if you took their crypto advice, you'd be up 29% of your money. Just like that, mate. Proven track records.
A great return, bro.
No just pictures of Lamborghinis and that, know what I mean? Real stone cold facts, brother.
Yeah.
That's good.
The only thing is, but like, I'm not made that money, you know what I mean? I could invest like 400 quid or something maybe.
Mate, listen to me, man. People are getting it mixed up. Listen to me, right?
Right.
The last 3 months of 2021, if you put 400 quid into Investor Watch, took their advice, you'd have over 1,500 quid in your bank right now. Woo. Think about that.
No, that's just facts.
These are stone cold facts we're delivering to you people here. This isn't selling you a dream here. These are guys who know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about, and they know what they're talking about. And that's 4 times there. So, you can join them for a month free. Go down to the description. You get a month free on Reilly's Gaff. Make sure you go through the link, and it'll be free for a whole month. You can try it out. There's no commitment. You don't need to commit to it for a full year. You know what I mean? Try the month. Tell us how it is. Tell us how you got on. Tell us how much fucking money you made. And let's take it for there. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
I would get a haircut and Myles Co. And I would get a haircut and Myles Co. If you were the guy who got a haircut and Myles Co, then I would suck you up. Listen to that, guys. That was a song we just wrote on the spot. That was actually a freestyle.
That was a freestyle, mate.
That was a freestyle live on Reilly's Gaff podcast. Can you believe that? And there was maybe 5 different words in it.
Aye, easy.
But I said them a bunch of times in a rhythm. And that's what cutting hair's all about, guys. Rhythm. Rhythm in the wrist, rhytm in the elbow, and rhythm in your hips. And a young man that definitely has rhythm in all the right places is young Campbell, brother.
Oh.
Campbell, Myles Co, he delivers me some of the best haircuts Scotland, the UK, Europe, world, universe has ever seen. What's your experience like?
It's good. It's good. I get my haircut with Ryan. He shouts and balls at you, but
But while he's cutting your hair?
Aye, just keep shouting and bawling. Know what I mean? Cutting your hair.
Shouting and bawling, smoking with Pauline?
Aye, obviously tap off, like I said last week, huge horns, it's mad. It's fucking, it's mental.
Why would you know what to go down and see that, guys?
You need to see it, it's fucking mental.
You need to see Ryan, and if you want that sort of rhythmic experience, sort of, almost a sort of Latino sort of experience.
Salsa kind of.
Aye, mate, a sort of rhythmic, sort of fantasy, sort of loving environment.
Just like a dreamland.
Then go and get a haircut at Myles Co. And always mention Reilly's Gaff. You're going to get money off your chop. As if we don't do enough for you guys. Hoodies and that. You joking? Get a grip of your life. Go to Myles Co. Mention Reilly's Gaff and get a beautiful, beautiful haircut. Cheers. We're back, you wee fucking idiots. And obviously, yous have asked some questions you want us to ask the boys, the Ewart twins. But first, I wanted to actually show these boys, because Jamie, you know about this man, right?
Aye, I've learned.
The people who know. The people who don't know need to get to know, because there's a man roaming the lands of Scotland. He loves business, he loves the High Court, he loves the corruption and the lies that are lying within Police Scotland, and that man's name is Lee Sutherland. And have you ever came across Lee Sutherland, Sean?
I have, but I didn't know who he was, but I've seen his videos and that.
Have you seen anything today with Lee Sutherland?
Aye, I don't know Mr. Sutherland personally, but I know the content, I know the videos.
Now, this is no joke. I don't say this with any sarcasm or none of that, right? My favourite person who makes videos anything is Lee Sutherland.
To me, he's the funniest guy on the planet.
I love the guy. I actually love the guy, and
the most interesting man.
And I want to just show you. This is kind of a summary of what. So if we can look at the video, right? The video is here, so it says "Get me back to the old days," right? So let's just take a watch at this in silence, right? Just let's observe this for a minute. Mate, honestly, what a fucking guy. Get me back to the old days. Take me back with you, Lee, if you do go. And maybe a wee slight bit of breaking news for people who love the Gaff, people who love Lee Sutherland. We've been in contact with the man himself. Verbal contact. Mate. He might be entering this Gaff. Think about it. You might be sitting in a seat right now that Lee Sutherland might be sitting in.
Mate, that's fortunate. See if he's dig him on. Ask him why he's got the 4 for Bride in there. I respect it, right?
I need to pick his brain about that.
And the big 24 pack of Coke.
Mate, that's
unreal, man.
Do you know the best bit about it? I was saying, because it was actual like breaking the full fall, and that I like to do that, don't we, sometimes.
Every episode
when we were on FaceTime, mate, and Evan just done like pure shock. He's like, I was like, "What's up, mate?" And he didn't answer for a minute. He was like, "Mate, Lee Sutherland's just mailed me." Mate, I feel jumped out my bed and all that.
I was like starstruck, mate. Like, I swear, like, see, I was saying to him, like, this is kind of how warped my brain is. If I walked by Henrik Larsson in the street, right, I'd be like, oh fuck, there's Henrik Larsson. But if I seen Lee Sutherland in the street, I would fucking lose my shit, mate. Much more than a Henrik Larsson. Aye, mate, I love the guy. I really love the guy.
Do you think he's got all the taggers in the house?
Everyone, the bill and
every
that,
tagger,
definitely. But hey, I just wanted to show you that,
mate,
and we better get on to the folks' questions. They've been waiting eagerly. Could your question get read?
I think it's funny.
Let's see.
People want to ask us questions, man.
It's
always funny.
What? Here, let me ask the first question. If you had to ask yourselves a question, what would you ask?
Well, that's a fucking great question, Evan.
It's one of the best questions out there.
I'll use telepathic.
What's all that? Not mine. What you mean in a life, brother?
That's such a
the answer. Because like you know the answer to the question. So
if you knew your hairline was going to regress 10 years ago, would you have taken prior action?
See, I was actually thinking that, right? I swear to God, honestly.
It's because we're telepathic, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
No, I was like, why is your hairline?
Can we do a telepathic test just quickly, right? Right, so you need to think a colour, right, and say it in 5, right? Right, got a colour?
We've done this in the last podcast, do we know?
But we'll do it again.
Right,
this is proof.
Right,
Science experiments, just don't do one thing then go, aye, cured cancer. Right, right, ready, got a colour?
Yep.
Right, 5. Say after 1, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Purple. Wolf, by the way. Do something else. Do something else.
One more. You pick
I
something.
don't ask a football player with a team. Name a team.
What about an English football team?
Right, cool.
Right, just in the top league, but just in the Premier League, right?
Premier League.
Right, so have a wee think. You got your
Ready to go.
you picked your question?
Ready to go.
If
I'll
you
look
do
away
this,
from
I'm
them.
gonna we'll just end the podcast.
Right, cool.
And you can just start doing the podcast for us. Right, ready, right. After 1 again, boys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
West
Aston
Ham.
Villa.
Same colours?
Same
Me,
colours,
I'm that's something. That's something.
There's something there. You envisioned the strip.
But anyway, enough about us.
I know, enough
Let's
about
get to
twins
the
and
folks'
that.
questions. Will you boys come to Neilston Bowling Club for my granddad's 80th?
Aye, obviously. But no, it's funny. Couldn't say Neilston, called Neilston Nelson apparently.
Nelson.
Boy,
Nelson?
Dennis Nelson.
Nelson.
What's the way people for Greenock say? There's a mad
Peter.
Peter, not
Peter.
Peter, Michael, not.
Oh, right. I've got one. I've got one more good. I've got a good one here. This will be good for you actually. Jack Leckie wants to know favourite night out in the country.
That's a great question, man.
Good one.
Country.
And the
Tell me where you go. So I'm assuming there's a club in this,
We were
right?
like-
So or no, maybe no.
We were thinking that, like, obviously back in the, like, Subby is a great nightclub, right, institution, but personally for me, I don't know if Sean's the same, I think the best place ever was the Archies.
I've never been.
Aye, Archie's was good.
Honestly,
Different
mate,
class.
it was incredible. It's just the venue, mate. It was brilliant, man. I loved the Archies.
People always say it was
So
like
good.
made for like the building was so good for what it was, if you know what I mean, like for holding events like that.
Mind
Never
you,
got to go, man.
we
Too
went
young.
to see Benny Benassi in the Archies years ago.
That's about 10 years ago. The Archies was...
Show,
You sound like I'm an old woman
I
smoking
know.
a fag or something.
Did
Yeah,
Denny's
that's
ever go to that
10 years ago.
alien thing?
No,
Aye,
Alien Wars.
that,
Alien
mate.
Wars.
Aye.
And I was in there.
Aye, that I went to that.
Yeah,
it
I
was
was mad.
madness, mate.
I went
What
to
is
it.
that, mate?
Pressure
really
release.
Another one.
That's a really good question, that.
Aye.
Best night
Aye, you haven't even answered it.
in Glasgow, I think, well, it's hard because the clubs are all shut, but I used to, obviously, subculture on a Saturday night at the Subway, or Sensu on a Friday was dynamite, but actually, aye, the only place I go in is room 2 to go to Mrs. night.
What's up? Let me ask this. Let me ask a wee branched off question. Just that's what us hosts do. We take things. We actually plant a tree, let it grow, and then we just pick the branches. And
Beautiful, baby.
And I'm about to do that right now, baby.
Right, cool.
Favourite pub in the city?
Good
That's a
question.
great question.
No, where I really like the Thornwood. I really like it.
I've never
Thornwood's
been there. I've
class.
heard it's very good.
Good people in there.
Thornwood is good. We go to
Maxie's is for the legends only,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Maxie's
Aye,
good,
Maxie's
aye.
is good.
Locals,
Favourite one? Local's alright.
Very
You like
expensive,
local,
baby.
didn't you?
Bit expensive.
Where's my favourite pub, man? That's hard. I like the Alley Arms down Portshaws Road. Good pub.
Named about 8 pubs.
No, mine.
No, man.
That's hard, innit? Depends what mood you're in, my pub.
Does, mate.
Aye,
The
depends where you're in
ambience and all
city,
that.
I know.
Sometimes your local is just like what you're in the mood for, innit? Sometimes then
Oh, no,
sometimes.
it's good. Duke's Bar, just after.
Duke Street.
Mind we were there with Conor Reilly.
Aye, Duke's
Oh,
Bar.
aye,
Aye, that's
sorry.
some
Aye,
booze.
Duke's Bar.
Party, mate, that's a
Duke's Bar.
really good
Good,
booze.
That's
aye.
a good, that's a nice wee pub.
Duke's Bar.
They say what the Munich beers and that, your Augustiners and that.
Oh, the Augustiner, that's the best beer in the world,
That's
bro.
delicious,
Oh,
mate.
baby,
Brilliant,
I was in the Thornwood. It's the first time I tried one. They brought me out Augustiner in a big frozen glass, but it was like, wasn't frozen, that heavy, half-hearted attempt. Like, we just shoved it in the freezer for like 2 minutes. It was like proper
Ice.
frozen.
Freezing
Like,
cold, aye.
aye,
Mate,
beautiful.
is it? I think it's called Palais or something in Duke Street. That does like your
Palé's alright, aye.
Aye, really
Good
nice
pub,
in there.
good
And all,
pub.
aye.
Do you want to ask one for Twitter? There's
Aye, mate, I've
Twitter
got
ones.
Twitter questions as well. Cheers for them. We've got one from Kev Murray here. I think you know what, Kev Murray. You replied to this one
For the internet.
for the internet, right? Who or what were the inspirations behind the characters of Dale and JB?
Good question, that.
And
When you go, Beth.
Derek Chuck, I think, do you remember that video? And it was outside Danny Miller's pub. And it was that's an old Rangers bar. There's a guy saying, "We're no sectarian" or something like that. And he goes, "Kiss my balls." That was Derek. That guy with him, man.
Aye, the goatee, the black dyed black goatee.
He has a bit of Del Chug. And
Aye.
For JB, I think it wasn't an individual. People say that has to be Soonest and all that. Yeah, Soonest does talk like that, yeah. But there's so many cunts talk like that. But I would say it's more a culture thing, like see the Brant Brogues, the beautiful trophy room and all that.
cartoon
The
style,
the Ferry
all
suit,
that.
baby.
The finest looking immaculate and all that kind of part.
I kind of get the vibe of like like the upper echelons, like Donald Findlay QC.
Rangers chairman, yeah.
No, I've noticed about Ryan a lot.
Get money coming out my arse.
A lot of Rangers fans have 2 second names as a name. Do you notice that?
Aye.
I double bow.
Campbell, something like
Allen,
that. Aye, mate.
Is he
Son.
not a referee or something?
Aye, I think so.
Biggest Rangers fan you country, folks. So basically, right, Rangers run the refs, Celtic run the government, right? HMP, that, never mind. Right, so, simple fact of the matter is, right, see the day we're following this. Do you think there's any mistake that Celtic brought in all that players and all that, and then the games are back? Because they go to players in time for Oldford meant to be in January 2nd, now it's in February 2nd. So, not mine. It's a conspiracy, JB.
Is that it for like inspirations? Was there anything else?
There was something I wanted to say on it. Because I just randomly stumbled across this, right? I was watching like just old Celtic, like, and the old film things and that, like just old wee documentaries and stuff, and there was one about Mo Johnson, like a wee kind of 6-minute thing. I watched it, right? But then it sent me to this interview.
Oh, Judas baby.
Mate, and I sent it to you and you said, mate, that
we can play audio full in this.
To inspire Byres Mo Johnson behind.
Oh yeah.
Right. Let's have a listen to this podcast, people.
Let's hear it.
It's always nice to be recognised, but again, to receive something, you have to give a little bit back in terms of the coaches that you had, the ex-players that you played with. I think that's important because without they guys, I don't sit here.
When's the last time you were in Kansas City before today?
The last time we were here for the Dallas game, I think it was 014.
Okay. 014?
014 possibly. We came to the game. We came to see Peter and Kerry and the guys. Sat downstairs at the stadium. Stadium's gorgeous. Beautiful.
Beautiful, baby.
The ownership group for me has been obviously magnificent when you look around this place. I don't think you can get any better. I think huge credit must go to them in terms of what they've done and what they've implemented here and at the stadium. It's first class.
First class. Why the fuck's he get sunglasses on indoors?
I know.
Man, Judas in the dyed hair.
He was in episodes, Bears and Big Blue House.
Oh, was he?
There was a famous episode about how it was like Darren Jaiby's Tales, and it was like one night in the Rogano baby Mojo ordered a lobster that wasn't cooked to his specifications requirements. So Mojo went into the kitchen, picked the lobster out of the tank, and made his own lobster. The whole restaurant applauded. Baby, stop the world! I want to get off.
Mate, do you know it reminded me a wee bit. See the it's not really the same, but see the James McCarthy interview. And he goes, I've had a little bit of training.
How funny is it, mate? Me, Sean and Ben spoke about that video that much, right? One night I got added to a WhatsApp group, right? And it was a picture of James McCarthy in that interview, and the title of the WhatsApp group was training. Because we've been doing a bit of training, you know, back and forth.
A little bit of
back and forth in Lennoxtown and fantastic.
Words we were ending before coming up to sea milk. It's amazing.
I know who does a belter an impression of him. See John McKenzie.
Top notch.
McCarthy doing the voice.
Brendan Rodgers, I know.
Mate, I've not heard McCarthy talk since that.
I mean, I don't wonder, mate. They were like, get him to fuck.
Let's get some more. Let's get some more questions for the boys
from the people.
So we've got Ross Hendry wants to know: got any more catchphrases cooking up? Not a mean will be tough to beat.
Ross Hendry's a fucking peanut, man.
Peanut is peanut next.
See, hang about that. Oh, both Sean said peanut. That was funny, but we were talking. See, not of mine. Like the Americans version is Nam saying. People always go Nam saying. Not mine. People
Nam saying.
What about that American lassie? It's like none of me and all that.
That was mad, wasn't it?
There's a group of boys that love the pattern. I think they were on TikTok and
spamming it.
They were like, "Say not I mean not," and they were like, "She's like, not I mean." That's gotta be something rude, man. I know what you guys are like.
Not I mean.
Not I mean. Not mean. Not I mean.
Mate, I've got a good question here. Actually, I think we can all have a wee discussion about this.
Right.
It's like Jordan MCR, GRDN MCR. He wants to know, does Glasgow have a complex about being better than the rest of Scotland? No, man.
Yes.
Aye.
I think it comes down to that we are.
It's a simple fact. It's better.
I think to answer that question is it's actually you need to look deeper into it, and you need to look at the fact that Glasgow is the most populated area of Scotland for like the one kind of culture and accent and that, because I've got a lot of pals for Edinburgh and that, and I think that sometimes that they would think that people for Glasgow have got a superiority complex. You're we're the gritty city, fuck's sake.
They laugh about it almost.
But I think that it would be easy for someone for like Inverness or Dundee or Aberdeen to think that when they live in a smaller city, small fry, unlike Glasgow, which is the best city in the country. No, but I think there is, like, again, like you would see that. Well, see if someone came to live in Glasgow and they didn't have a Glaswegian accent, and be like, state that fucking accent. There is in there.
At the same time, you're always going to kind of like
love the way
you're always going to you're always going to just think where your face is for the best. Like I don't think like. I mean, I'm not a big fan of London, but I get why people would be like, it's a better city than Glasgow, just because it's got more stuff, better transport links, things like that. But with Glasgow, it's just like, if you're from Edinburgh, you're probably going to think Edinburgh's better than Glasgow, just because you know about Edinburgh.
You grew up there, you've got all your memories there, all your pals there, all your favourite things are there, know what I mean?
I've heard a lot of good things about the city of Dundee, actually. I have, and we were talking about Dundee earlier, actually.
They make D's class.
The only time I've been there,
that's why we went
Short and
I fucking actually hold on. What McDonald's was that? Fucking London Road, absolute joke, mate. I ordered fucking a McDonald's for there, right?
You're turning into one of them.
I ordered a McDonald's for there, right? And they gave me, so see you get the cheese bites. They gave me the dip and didn't send the cheese bites.
That's terrible.
Just the dip.
That's terrible.
If you're going to forget it, forget everything. Then that, to me, that's a wee slip of the mind.
Did you eat it?
I look, hey, I eat with the sauce.
Aye.
But just like shotted it, that tangy salsa dip, bro. I fucking shoved it right up my farter.
That's a real stupid question.
We had another question that we wanted to ask about. Who asked it about the gentrification of Glasgow?
Oh,
do you want to get it up?
I think that was on.
Why don't we just put our name on the screens afterwards,
I'll
right?
just do that. So I'll.
I even get it up because he worded it much better than my brain could put it.
A lot better, right? So, right. How can Glasgow move beyond gentrification and discover a more equitable, don't know what that means, form of urban civic development? Also, can Del share his veganuary recipes?
The first part of the question. I think you'd need to blow the place up and start again, really. Because, well, it's gentrification's a product of capitalism.
You hate it, didn't you?
I don't know. I wrote my dissertation on it, but
there's pros and cons.
There's pros and cons. I mean, for example, the best people to ask is people that are involved in the process, or the process is occurring around about them. So, for example, I spoke to traders at the Byres when I was doing my research, and they were saying there was fuck all going on here. Now we're making money because the artists have come in.
Because they're bad and all that?
There was nothing happening. Well, obviously there was shit going on, underhand shit and all that, right? But there was, financially, they're making more money now. Whereas back then there was fuck all going on. But obviously the negatives of that is that all the house prices go up and people are getting priced out of their own communities. Do you know what I mean?
With gentrification as well, I think there's not really a perfect way to manage it, but you need to look at, rather than gentrification, you're looking at regeneration of an area. And if you are putting these fancy pubs and restaurants and takeaways into areas, you should look to employ people for the local area to increase employment
actual,
rates.
Like make weight
and
sort of thing.
And rather than just bringing in just people feel like obviously who've got a bit of money behind them into running restaurants in areas that they're not from, and then moving into that area, and as Sean said, house prices.
The issue with gentrification, in my opinion, is that Glasgow is a city that's been heavily regenerated in the last 15 to 20 years, and people would regard regeneration as making the place look better. And Glasgow does look much better than what it did previously. They're not doing a lot of old tenements, they're not doing a lot of high flats, but with regeneration, I mean, for example, a community I could use could be the Oatlands, for example, or Sighthill right now. See all the people that stayed in the Oatlands and all the people that stayed in Sighthill, where did they get rehomed? There's people in there that are sort of career workers, middle class, that are moving into these places, and obviously they're connected to the city centre and that'll fulfil a lot of their social needs and stuff like that, but it goes hand in hand with gentrification, that the people that benefit from it tend to be people that have got money and know the people that are in the existing area. But there's obviously every city, like, I mean, London and New York probably the two most heavily affected cities with gentrification, and the only way you can live in London and New York is if you're making a fucking packet. Do you know what I mean? So you just hope that Glasgow doesn't turn out like that.
But see as well what you're saying about people going into communities, obviously the thing is as well, it's like, now how you're saying about when you go in, people are going into communities and making it like look better, like it's going to look better. It's like, you see the people in the communities, it's like, it's never, they don't go into the communities and go like, right, what do you want us to do? It's like, we're telling you what we think it will make this better, and they really listen to the community.
I mean, up and you're pure loving that.
It's like I was reading Poverty Safari, and he was talking about, like, was it at Pollock when they were trying to build a bit of motorway through Pollock, through the park, and like the locals, none of the locals wanted it, and they were just like, it's fucking happening. Know what I mean? They went out protested for it and all that, and
that was to connect the people in Newton Mearns and that sort of area to the city centre. But it's
tells you everything you need to know, baby.
Gentrification is dead interesting, man. There's no really. It's very interesting for me anyway. I just think that the city's obviously changing constantly. I mean, the world changes constantly. No. But baby, it's going to go back to the point. Stop the world. I want to get up.
It's funny. It's funny. Like you would get like see back in the day, you would have like a wee bakers and that. And you go in, and you'd get a loaf for like 50p or something. You got these artisan bakeries and this. Can I have the sourdough ciabatta? And that's fine. That's £7.
Aye.
That reminds me that there's a pizza place that's a bit like that.
Randy's Cold Pizza.
Randy's Cold Pizza.
Aye, man. Randy, man. Nice.
Never got ingredients in that.
Nah, man.
Hi guys, ran out of pizza tonight. We'll still get cans of juice.
Come down. Shut in the month of January. Don't know when we'll open back up. Lol.
$3.50 I can. $3.50 per San Pellegrino.
Look in for if you want a cold slice.
Ah man, some fantastic questions.
But the second part of that question, the most important part of that question. You got any veganuary recipes?
Del Chug, right. Best thing, veganuary. Linda McCartney chicken burgers, by the way. They're not even made of chicken, fuck's sake. That's true.
Mushroom pakora and that.
No, aye. Veganuary.
A lot of people actually slate me for this, but I love mushroom pakora, mate.
Aye.
I love a bit of mushroom pakora.
Pakora is the best.
Haggis, man.
Section that, man.
Haggis pakora.
Haggis pakora.
I don't like mushroom pakora, man.
No, I don't like
It's
mushroom.
alright.
Back outside. I've got some brilliant mushroom pakora outside that you can try, and it might change your mind.
It's a wee stall outside. It's been resting in the car park.
And let them rest, baby. So why don't I just ask one more question, and I'll see what we all think it, and then we can end it.
Dusted.
What do you know? You think you know? You're just laughing, just having some fun. Brilliant.
Enjoying yourself.
What are you?
Conduct yourself in a professional manner, son. You can't be laughing.
Still having fun, man. Fuck's sake, that's weird, mate. Have fun. Is that you just realised? No, the question I want to ask is, what do you think happens when you die?
Do you know what shit you're selling on that?
No, I mean, I don't mean that.
Poetic than
Aye,
that.
come on, think about it, about 50 people in that.
Getting bound in a funeral directors.
Conor Reilly should be answering this.
Aye.
Do you think?
Jank, do you believe in heaven? Heaven and hell?
Bit heavy, isn't it?
Mate, we're in purgatory.
I don't believe in it.
We're in purgatory right now.
I think the concepts of heaven and hell were used before government to keep people in line. So morally, like if you're a bad person, you will go to hell. So they prohibit people from behaving badly back in medieval times, even though they were all beheading each other and that. They say, you go to hell, and people tend to fear God, don't they? God-fearing
So
people.
you think it's a control thing?
If I'm a good person, I'm going to go to heaven.
I think...
Never a good time, no a long time, no mine. You only live once. That's a motto, brother.
See what you're saying about that? Like, I think as well it is a bit of I think the concept of dying for us is very difficult to comprehend. So like I think that we tell ourselves something's going to happen because we're like, how can there just be nothing? You know what I mean?
But
I hope that something does happen.
I think that life's that like special. It's like, this is a good shit. Know what I mean? Stop hoping for
I
the thing after you die. You know what
I think the best thing about this is like it does end. Is that like weird to say? But like you've got a finish line. Like, so imagine everybody just didn't die. You'd be like, you wouldn't even have a job or nothing. I'd still be my diapers, mate. My diapers, fuck's sake. My diapers.
Do you think there's countries try to go to that? Like mad doctors and shit. It's like, do you think we're heading towards that as a species, like pure living forever?
I think it's
everybody's
coming.
trying to look younger and getting. Do you know what I mean?
I think there'll come a point in your life and you've lived that long and you've had that many experiences and your body stops working and you're tired of living.
I get really scared.
I had enough
Sorry,
of
on
this.
you go, mate. On you go.
See, when the day do that, do you think they'll need to ban
I haven't Wayne's.
Aye.
And then they would need to stop wars and all. It would just be like,
What's the point?
I think that would be reserved for like your Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and that.
Well, why do you think they're all going to fucking Mars and that, mate? It's no fucking...
I read a thing, and see, a couple of years ago, I used to always think about death. I think everybody goes through it at one point in their life. They'll think about, I'm scared of dying. I was like fucking 21.
I seen somebody saying they had a phobia of dying. I was like, I think everybody's got that.
I remember being in a pub in Berlin. I think I was about fucking 22 or something with the boys, and all it was racing through my head was like, oh, I don't want to die.
Mate, see cunts, I've got a theory of cunts that see cunts that pure love getting on it and like never stop love getting on it. Like, obviously everybody likes going out with their pals and shit, right? But like pure sitting tripping all the time and like taking shit that's like, everybody goes through phases of taking shit that makes you want to feel like yourself. But it's the cunts that are like obsessed with that, it's just because they're scared of getting old, I think. Know what I mean? Like,
like holding on to that. And
I think see nowadays in life, but people set themselves, they live in that box in the sense that it's like, oh, by this age I need to be married, at this age at this age I can't go. Just live day to day and try and enjoy yourself. Be nice to your family members and friends, and the rest will come naturally, baby. I'm sure you're not good. How do we go for that? I think fucking back to the whole death thing, man. Just
gone for that.
That would have been the best ending ever, mate.
We're going to purgatory rather than focusing on death. I think there's probably a higher power. Let's focus on life.
Let's do it, baby. 2022, the year that nobody dies.
Woo! So what's all your New Year's resolutions then, boys?
I'm not going to die.
I fucking refuse to die, mate. None of us actually better die this year, that'd be spooky. R.I.P. to one of us that
see if it did happen, this podcast.
Like, I'll be honest, if one of us died, brilliant views.
This podcast would be a mad, this would be a conspiracy theory, this podcast.
You would actually probably get interviewed for murder and that. See if
there'd be pure linking, like people and all that.
But don't talk about that.
Ben, like zooming in on your face, like Ben really didn't look happy with Evan here.
Who is this mysterious Joseph guy?
Why is he off shot?
Gascadden of Royston.
He's just doctor aware. If it happens to me, it's Joseph Gascadden.
Do you know what cunts always talk about, man? Like obviously 2021's a year of the main character, you know. Social media, narcissism, sociopathic narcissism, you know what I mean?
Your pals already.
Cunts always go, I wonder what my funeral would be like. What would your funeral be? What song would you go down to get burned to?
Angels.
Angels.
Yeah. Don't stop the party. That's what I'm going fucking out to. Some fireworks, sprinkle some. If you've got a bit of pollen in your pocket, burn a bit and sprinkle it out of the coffin, baby. That's how I like to go in a blaze of pollen.
You're Pitbull. You're Robbie Williams. Angels.
No.
No, you're not, Jamie. You're the fucking kid.
I'll be honest, if I was at your funeral and that was the song, I'd probably just bust out laughing.
I'm having a pit.
No, but get that Robbie Williams impersonator.
No, seriously, what do you go down to seriously?
Ambitions is a rider 2-pack.
Probably you'll never walk alone, I think. No,
walk alone's a good
it's a good tune, aye.
It's a good tune.
What would that go down to?
R.I.P. all the people that walked alone.
A good tune.
I'll go down with something Stevie Wonder.
Haunty.
Stevie Wonder, that's a bit upbeat for death, isn't it?
Nah, brother. Go his back catalogue, Cat's Dark.
The glasses are off.
Yeah.
20 Stevie Wonder this season.
That was the album name. The glasses are off, Stevie Wonder. It's just him like not able to find a mic and that.
Stevie Wonder's obituary. I could see the whole time.
Mate, that's a mad thing. That's shit. Shaquille O'Neal said that he was in an elevator with him and he done "Sup, Big Diesel," and then clicked a button and went up to his flat.
Well,
with Stevie Wonder, aye.
Fucking hell, man.
Shaq.
Shaq and Stevie Wonder.
Aye. Oh, you get the tattoo.
Aye. Didn't have visions, mate. Listen to it and thank me later.
Is that a song?
No, it's an album, mate.
Oh, right,
1973, I think.
You played the vinyl for me once. It was romantic.
And then
you played the vinyl.
Don't speak about that, James. Come on.
But aye, what a fucking beautiful podcast that's been.
Podcast, very enjoyable.
The legends. So whenever you mention it, first person people to come back on the podcast.
2021 must have been a tough year for you boys.
COVID and that, mate. It's hitting hard.
COVID.
On next week is Paul Dock. After that, it's Mark Black, Ravy Davey, Lana's coming back. Same 3 months, just all the time. No, but
it's an honour and a privilege, isn't it?
It's been great.
Yeah.
it's beautiful, baby.
Pleasure.
Where can people find your stuff?
At your bros. Instagram, unfortunately we've got a TikTok. We need to do that to promote the brand. But
Aye.
the
Brand what? Cancel that fucker!
the Ewart bro. The Ewart bro.
Ewart bro limited.
The Ewart bro. Sean doesn't understand business. Me and everyone spoke about this before. He's fucking
Acumen.
tone deaf to business. The
He
brand
does it.
Ewart bros, right?
Sean, see for any maybe females out there that are wondering, I actually love that guy, Sean. I really actually wonder what he's like. Sean, Ben's the businessman of the duo. Sean is the lover. Sean is the compassionate man.
James Kelly are what you describe as a hopeless romantic. That's for me and James. But listen, me and James are...
We're poets, bro.
Me and James have...
Jimmy? Young Jimmy?
Well, you're the only single
Yeah,
man.
listen.
You're the only single man on this podcast. So, know what I mean?
Nah, man.
Not mine.
Nah,
mine.
Any bars? Nah, man.
Nah, man.
But Ewart bros everywhere. Go and see their stuff.
_.
Ben.Ewart, know what I mean? You'll
But
find me. If
listen,
you want to find me,
hey.
you'll find me. Fuck's
Hey,
sake.
it's
Someday
not-
the
it's
news
not
time and
about
Ben
the-
Ewart, know what I mean?
It's not about... I don't care about the followers. I've nearly got 4K. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Mate, followers is literally followers and likes and views and clout is what life's all about.
That's the only
it means-
thing that matters.
Aye,
Something
obviously, like...
matters, man.
Like when I wake up, there's 24 hours in a day, people out there.
There is.
Mate, imagine your gravestone, it said your name and how many followers you've got. How many likes, bro?
How many likes? Mate, that
1.2.
mate, that, do you know that reminds me like some like mad, like old pure, now that you get the mad older guys that are like mad drug dealers who use Facebook and post pictures of fucking lions, pure, never trust your pals, not like, see, what were you saying there? I've totally actually forgot about.
Gravestone.
I pure
Really
gravestone.
Like
How
they
many
would,
likes,
like
followers
people
you
would be like, there would be like a picture of that a cartoon generated picture of that and be like, this is definitely going to be in the future.
I know what you mean. Aye.
Cunts heads are fried, lol.
Like the lassie, it's like it's at one side and it's like a lassie painting a picture and it's that heavy good picture and it's like got a wee light coming off. It's like 0 likes. And then there's a lassie just like that and it's like 10 million likes.
And people think they're mad. People actually think they're mad, like social, like poets. People, this is actual what it's like now. You're like, oh my god.
The one's just like book or TV and it's like somebody's got a wee tiny brain in their head like that. And then the TV one's a guy with like
Check this belter. Check this cracker. I don't know if you can zoom in, Joe. Right, like a Joker, right?
Point it to a camera. You need to point it to a camera, mate. He's
He's
pointing it at Joe as if his eyes are just zooming in.
Evan, read that.
Right.
Everyone thinks I'm okay, but deep down inside, I need a gun license.
There's another one and all like this.
Why is it always a Joker, man?
We live in a society. That's
We live in a society.
You're lucky if you have, oh, your fingers in the way. You're lucky if you have pain in life. The more painful your life is, the more you will shine one day.
Fuck's sake.
Dark as fuck, man. That's my life, isn't it?
I want to get that tattooed, mate, on my shoulder
Get
blades.
the Joker on.
Imagine like Sean F this podcast, right? Obviously, lassies flooding in the DMs. Love you, love Stevie Wonder, love how you were talking. Pure love that gentrification part. You're so
my bag,
smart,
Evan, come on,
right?
fuck.
And then they come and they've got that tattooed. And she's beautiful. She comes up to Castle Ewart. You treat her to a lovely night of pasta. Then she wakes up, you make her a wee shakshuka for breakfast. She's getting changed, and then you notice she's got that quote tattooed on her shoulder blade. What are you doing, stick or twist? Could you see past that?
Yeah.
Right,
I
troops.
love Batman and all that, man.
We better
Call
go
me
home.
Colin
We better go
Miscast.
home at some point. So,
That's enough talking about romance now and get me fucking out of here.
right, troops. Like the video. Tell us who you want to see on next. Go buy hundreds of stuff for our sponsors. Send Jamie money through PayPal.
Please do it.
Cheers, troops. Thank you.
you.
First podcast
Catch,
of the
man,
year.
catch.
Dusted.
See you later, trips.